It's going great, thanks.
Good. Now, we're going to be playing the Castlevania series. However, we won't be doing Rondo of Blood, we'll just be doing Symphony of the Night. Now, let's... This isn't the same as the this isn't a straight PS1 port or even the Sega Saturn port. This is the very lesser known PSP port. Now we can pick a name. So what should we call this file?
What to call it? I have no idea.
I'm gonna IBA.
IBA. What?
Ian Brandon Anderson. Journey back to 1792 in the Transylvanian countryside of Romania. Yeah, the nothing else has changed. Like the enemies, the weapons, everything else has not changed for the PSP port. Just the voices. That's the only thing. Oh, and Maria is playable. That's it. Maria is a playable character, and she's like the extra hard mode. That's literally her entire function. And here we have a badly CGI'd castle. Thankfully, this dub actually makes the SNES version of Rondo of Blood completely non-canon.
Was this made in the 90s?
Yeah, it was actually. This was the... You see, there were three Castlevania games made around this time. This, Castlevania on the N64, and Castlevania... Well, the other N64 one. Okay, now we play as Ricter, although get this. He can, like, sky uppercut. Which was not a thing in the original. Yeah, he has moves he never had in the original.
Did I say it right?
Hadouken. Yeah, you said it right.
When they do that,
Oh yeah, that's Shoryuken.
That's it.
I should point out that this area isn't actually supposed to be available to Ricter at all. Like, this is an area Alucard comes to later, but you can come up here to get a few items. You can also break Dracula really fucking easy if you so want to. Because this is literally like the last boss of the previous game, Rondo of Blood. Here we go.
Dracula, die now and leave this world. You'll never belong here.
Oh, but this world invited me. Your own kind called me forth with praise and tribute.
Tribute? You're a thief. You steal men's souls, their freedom.
Freedom is always sacrificed to faith, good hunter. Or are you truly here by choice?
All I'm here for is you. To hell with your heresy! You're nothing but a blight on mankind.
Ha! Mankind. A cesspit of hatred and lies. Fight for them, and die for their sins!
Not the same.
It really isn't.
It's like when they redubbed Silent Hill 2 and 3.
Oh yeah, you also can't die in this fight. I should probably point that out as well. And that was the last boss of Rondo of Blood.
Count Dracula had risen with the aid
Well,
of the Dark Priest shaft.
that was a quick game.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, that's the thing. Ricter can do a thing with these special weapons where he does an item crash, and that one was one of them where he turns the rain into holy water.
Maria Renard set out to find him, but knew not where to begin. It was then that fate intervened.
Well, this is the fastest stream we've ever done.
Oh, come on, that's just the intro. I think it was made specifically because there were two versions of the same game made, Dracula's Kiss and Rondo of Blood. Each one was the same story, but there were several differences, like, for example, Dracula's Kiss was the European version we got, where Dracula turns into a devil wearing a Speedo, and Rondo of Blood is the one where he turns into the Cookie Monster, basically.
But now he awakens to the
yeah, that version.
And cries of the innocent.
But that version was on the PC engine, which is also the version we've got on this collection.
Come full circle once more. Dracula's
Now we play as Alucard. Now, however, how well we did it.
Pops.
Oh god, I forgot about that version of Alucard. See, to me, there are several versions of Alucard in Castlevania. There's that version where he's a punk kid. There's the Count from Sesame Street version from the parody, and then there's this one. I just committed patricide. I'm going to sleep for a very long time. 300 years later.
Dude.
That was some beauty sleep. And here's Alucard.
I laughed when I saw that version.
I should point out Alucard is ridiculously overpowered. Oh, for God's sake, it kicked me out of the party. Hold on. Kicked me out bloody end. Right. We're back. Kicked me out bloody again. I don't know why. It might be a weather issue. But if you're not familiar with this, Alucard starts off with some really powerful weapons. And then the second you run into death, he loses it all. Now what I usually do to make things a little easier is down here there are a bunch of mermen. Just kill them till you level up for a bit. Because everything will die with one hit at this point.
Are you playing with infinite health?
No. That little number in the corner, the one that says 71, is actually Alucard's health. But he's got ridiculously, you know, strength. That blue bar is his magic, which I've got nothing to really use it with at this point. Oh wait, I just used some magic. Yeah, that teleport thing. But literally nothing can hurt me at this point. Well, not hurt me enough to actually really worry me, at least. Let's see, I'm level 4. Turkey. And here's where I lose all my items.
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to...
James here. If you will not behave, be gone.
I will do neither. Step aside, old man.
Such arrogance. Very well. But I shall see you very soon.
Yeah, now Death's taken all my items. And there is a glitch to avoid all that, but you can't do it unless you're doing a lucky run. So now...
And now Death's gone back to Billy and Mandy.
Yeah. Now these things are save spots. They heal Alucard to full health and save his progress naturally. I swear, if I get the Crusagram, it'll be so the game will be so broken. But in any way, so. The Alchemy Lab.
I would love to see someone make like a hacked version of one of the games featuring like the Captain N characters.
That would actually be something worth watching.
Yeah. Plus Grim from the Adventures of Billy, Grim Adventure of Billy and Mandy as Death.
Oh yeah. You just want to have that Simon Belmont, don't you?
Oh, I know, but I'm the only person on Earth that finds that but Simon funny.
It's okay. I'm not judging you.
In fact, I think Captain N is a guilty pleasure.
It is. Just, you know, it's not great, but that's one of the reasons it's as good, you know, it's got the following it's got.
I mean, I don't think it's a show that's ever meant to be taken seriously.
Look, it was made at a time when video games really didn't believe in having, you know, story and plot anyway, or at least not a coherent one. I mean, let's face it, look at bad box art Mega Man.
Oh, yeah. He was great.
Truly one of the greats. A real American. Alucard can use some...
than regular.
Go on.
I would rather have him than regular Mega Man.
Regular Mega Man doesn't really have that much of a personality, if I'm being honest. I mean, I could work without even X at this point.
I wouldn't mind having Asmas. I think it's the same voice actor. The dubbed Mega Man anime.
Could be. Cloth cape.
I think they just brought him back and say, okay, can you do it to Wily, but more but without the asthma? And he's like, yeah, okay. Is that a baffle toad?
No, that's a Axe Lord.
Oh, because from here it looks like a battle toad.
So it took a hell of a lot to kill.
Have you ever heard of the Battletoads prank?
No, I haven't.
Apparently it's a prank that people play on like video game retailers.
Okay.
Like they go into a store and say, "Do you have Battletoads?"
Right.
That's as much as I know about it, because it's like a super rare game.
Oh yeah. But you could say the same about any game, really.
I mean, there was one guy who actually went in to a video game store and says, "Do you have Battletoads?" And they're like, "No, we don't." He's like, "But my brother says you'll have it," and they're like, "But we don't have it. It's an old game, so it's not available on current platforms." And he's like, "Okay then." And so the next day they get a phone call and it's from the same guy and says, "Do you have Battletoads yet?" "Hey, are you the guy from yesterday?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I told you it's an old game." He's like, and then he's on the phone, he's like, "You're just stupid." Puts the phone down. And then the next day he comes in and he's like, "I want my Battletoads." And they're like, "Sir, we told you 1,000 times. Look, we've already told you we don't have Battletoads, okay?" He's like, "Well, I'm not going. My brother said that Battletoads is in here, okay?" And he's like, "Well, your brother is wrong." And then he's like, "I'm not going anywhere until I get my Battletoads," and he starts trashing the place. And then they had to call the police on him. And then the next day, his brother comes in and says, "Hey, my brother said you guys tried to rip him off yesterday." They're like, "Hey, wait a minute, are you the brother of the guy who asked for Battletoads?" And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh my god, I am so sorry." He's like, "I am so sorry. I told him to go out and get Battletoads because I didn't want that idiot hanging around the house."
So that's the prank.
Well, that's one version of it.
Ah.
But I don't think it's like the proper one. Might have to look this one up.
You have Battletoads.
Let's see. Battletoads pre-order refers to a prank in which participants call various game stores and ask if they can pre-order Battletoads, a platformer game released on the Nintendo's. In a dictionary that was submitted overseas defining it as a popular subject of prank calls to electronic stores. So, basically the prank's just calling GameStop saying, could they pre-order Battletoads?
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Sounds like a very shitty prank, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, I don't see the point.
Ah, good. Holy water kills these things pretty fast.
And a Battletoad dies. But then again, that's what Battletoads do if you've played the game.
Oh yeah, I know the legend. I know the legends.
Apparently they have their own TV show as well.
Oh, they did, yeah.
And surprisingly, they didn't die.
Well, no, apparently the legendary difficulty was actually part of the plot.
What is that, a mannequin? Dracula keeps mannequins.
Creep you out, huh?
It's almost as bad as one of the clay faces. Because one of them kept a mannequin as his love interest. And no, it wasn't Basil Carlo.
Nah, Clayface.
Yeah, but Basil Carlo was the only good one out of all of them.
Yes, I know how you like particular versions of specific characters. Oh yeah, did you know Tara Strong hates Chris Chan? Before he started stalking her, apparently she knew very much who he was. I think she wrote a blog post beforehand saying she hopes never to meet the guy.
Well, you know that Tara Strong strongly supports autistic people.
Well, that goes to show how bad Chris is. I mean, I've described Chris to my sister, and she just could not stand to hear anything about him. A shield potion. Yay.
You're the only one I've ever told about Chris Chan.
It's not really something you try to bring up in regular conversations much. I just bring him up as an example of, look, I know you think, you know, there are some preconceived myths about how autistic people actually are. Oh shit, I'm dead. Ah well, there's a save point nearby. Oh well.
So yeah, Basil Carlo is the best Clayface because he has the most interesting backstory. Whereas the other Clayfaces are just like burglars. Whereas Basil Carlo is an actor.
Oh yeah, I checked on today. It was one of our Sonic the Jerk episodes. One of our best Sonic the Jerk episodes was uploaded, you know, last year.
Oh.
It was the one, you know, where they're trying to get Rouge to join.
Oh yeah.
It was that one where they go out for that meal and Sonic's getting pissed off because they won't give him the private booth. And then it turns out Sally and
the Sonic 06 special.
Oh god, Sonic 06.
Well, it's more like a flashback episode.
Well, can't be anything else at this point.
Yeah. It all starts in 2003.
Of course it does. I was just laughing at some of the stuff like we still got Sonic being the asshole because of course we have to.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to convince Rouge to join, but they've got to be very, very careful about what they say. Especially Sonic, and he's getting surprised that people can understand Knuckles. And I laughed at just the beginning bit when he's like, "Now, Tails, I need you to, be cool." And Knuckles, I know this is weird, but we don't actually, you know, this is where we get our food. We eat our food off plates. We don't, you know, hunt it and eat it. And yeah, then you get Sonic getting miffed because he's not on the VIP table at the Satam cast are, and then finds out that that everything that ruins it is when he says he doesn't believe that Bunny and Antoine are married. Purely because Antoine is French and therefore in Sonic's eyes he's got to be, you know, gay or a paedophile. Then finds out that Manic and Sonia are his kids. And then, you know, gets taken out drunk. I just love his thing where he goes like, "Ah, Sally, I'm surprised to see you wearing clothes." "Oh, Sonic, I'm surprised to see you here wearing clothes that aren't covered in urine and vomit." Oh god, we really made Sonic but worse to begin with. I mean, I know we're doing a redemption thing. Some of the things that we made him do.
Yeah. And
oh, Ollie's joined us. Hello.
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 I should point out, Ollie, we've already done the what is a man scene, and Ian is extremely disappointed. Yeah. Yeah, that's literally the beginning of the game.
Well, then mine. I'm gonna have to see it now.
And Ian thinks these are Battletoads.
They do look a bit like that.
You what?
I up on YouTube on my computer.
Sorry, I didn't catch. Okay. So yeah, you missed the openings. You missed the opening scene, which did have the, well, it's the PSP dub, so it isn't the "What Is a Man" dub, sadly.
That is sad.
Very sad.
You
The scent of my butt is cursed. What?
What is... What's it worth when a man gains the world and loses his...
Oh yeah, when he whips him, but it kind of gets caught on his crotch and rips his... You've got the whip.
So, have I missed anything else?
Just death stealing all my good items. So now I'm literally starting with no items, and I've got to like find whatever's around to keep RPG elements going. The scent of my butt is good. Oh god, I remember that too well. So Ollie, how you been doing?
Not too bad, not too bad.
That's good to hear. Oh, you'll love this. You'll love this. You know those plushies I ordered from Tokyo Toys?
Yeah.
Well, you know, they said how long they'd take to get here. Now, I was panicking because I accidentally misspelt my address.
Yeah.
So I messaged them and they said it shouldn't be a problem. Then this morning they messaged me to say, sorry, we've been dealing with London Comic Con and we've just realised that your order is still in the to-go pile. So they haven't sent it out yet. So they're sending me a free box of Pocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their "we're sorry" thing.
Yeah. doesn't it let me watch your broadcast?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not actually letting me watch your broadcast on the PlayStation, but it's okay. I've got it.
You're watching it through YouTube, that's cool. Oh, I got a new sword. Not as good as the starting sword I found. Now, yeah, the only real difference in this game is that Maria is a playable character if you want her, and the voices have been redubbed. For example...
Wait, are you human? What are you doing here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Likewise. I'm Maria. And you are?
Alucard.
Well, if you're a better swordsman than a speaker, perhaps I'll see you again. Farewell.
Mouthy cow. So yeah, I did double check and I found that, yeah, Alexa Bliss is kind of injured and they're not even sure if she'll be able to come back.
Well, that fucking sucks.
It does. Oh, and Brian Zane did a thing recently called Intergender Wrestling and if it should make a comeback.
Sorry?
But Brian Zane recently did a video as well on whether or not intergender wrestling should make a comeback in WWE, but, you know, the reasons why it probably won't.
I know why it won't. I think it should, though.
Well, the thing is, there's still he made the point that you'd be hard-pressed to find a single woman in wrestling who hasn't actually trained with a man at some point anyway. And saying the whole, oh, well, women have to lose, would have to lose, so it's not believable. And it's like, you're telling me in a sport where, all this, and he gives like an entire list of stupid things that happen in wrestling and goes, and you're concerned about realism? Honestly, his major concern was more, why do people always want to see Alexa Bliss versus Braun Strowman or Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
Oh god, these things.
Change scout.
What about this new road we're getting? Let's hope we don't get visited by Loopy or Pog, those soap-dodging road protesters. Let's go exploring. Yeah, I'm not fucking with that. So yeah, it turns out in the new South Park, Man Bear Pig was real.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Al Gore was right. Though Ian wants the Captain N version of Alucard and Simon in this game for obvious reasons.
Kill
Come on, I think I agree with you, Ian. It'd be fun. Every time he whips, Simon can just go, "Ooh, slime."
Yeah, Dracula sounding like Stallone doing an impression of him.
War is a man, you know? A miserable pile of secrets, if you ask me.
Hell of God.
But enough talk. How about you, man? Okay, boss time. Hey, Nicole. Doppel a la carte. Yeah, that was I know that was the most underwhelming fight you've seen so far. It was literally Ah, Gladius. You know, I was thinking the other day, remember when the Nexus was a major thing? I'm just trying to I'm just remembering it and thinking, God, how? I think only Daniel Bryan and Heath Slater are left.
Yeah, that is pretty depressing when you consider that Wade Barrett was part of that group.
Well, yeah, I mean, Wade's apparently on really bad terms with them anyway, for reasons.
What reasons are those? Because I didn't know.
I think he had some creative differences, some arguments with people backstage, and that's enough to make it so that now, you know, they're not on speaking terms. So that's why he was the GM of Defiant for so long, for what Culture for so long.
Because in an interview with What Culture, he didn't give the impression he was on bad terms with them. And he said he would go back to work with them, and apparently Vince has only been mad at him once. And then he described that time.
Well, all I know of him and his issues, him and his issues in WWE in general, is that he fucked up his promo his first night in NXT, which, you know, is a mistake anyone can make. And he didn't seem to really have any other major problems, but another major issue is, of course, you know, that he's British, so, you know, they're only going to push him so far, which is a shame when you think about it.
He got within a hair of the WWE title, that's why.
He really should have... Look, the thing is, according to Magnus, or Mike Adlers, if you want to go by his current wrestling name, is that wrestling at the moment wrestling does have a preconceived racism thing going on.
Yeah.
He was apparently told in TNA that they asked him what he actually wanted, and he said he wanted to become the WWE, world champion. And they said, you're not American, so you're not expected to ever be a world champion. And you can see that kind of mentality in the whole you know, how they treated people like, well, how they treat most of the people, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah. Well,
They don't tend to like the Brits so much.
why don't they go to Japan? I mean, of course, if everyone did that, then there'd be a problem.
Yeah.
So it really means.
Yeah. Oh, and Bullet Club's no longer a thing, apparently. That's all over.
Well, that sucks.
It does. Cody Rhodes announced that he's no longer part of it and said, at the moment, you know, it's just not a thing anymore.
The scent of my demonic breath was too great. So I just
What?
debated morphals.
I'm gonna make my ass the world champion. The books have betrayed me.
The Fiend!
Oh my god.
What?
They're copies of some of the worst books ever written.
It's Sonichu issue 10.
Oh god. It's 50. Crime!
J.K. Rowling wrote a Harry Potter book.
It's been a long time, old one.
Which
Why, it's
one?
Master Alucard. Come to visit, have we?
I need your help.
Oh, but young master, I could never betray the good
Oh shit, she
kind.
actually did,
You
didn't she?
won't go unrewarded.
Really? In that case, just tell me what you need.
How about this?
Thank you.
How about this?
It's a copy of the Cursed Child.
Kill it with fire.
I have heard it was really dumb.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Young Master Alucard.
How about this?
Acquired in the library.
Thank you.
Right, I'm looking.
Joseph's cloak.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the only item I needed at the moment. The Jewel of Open.
Well, Joseph. being attacked by Twilight Brothers.
Good God.
Dracula, what were you thinking?
Look, his castle is infested with some of the most evil things ever. You've got to expect the Twilight books to turn up at some point.
That's too much even for Dracula.
I can't disagree. Oh, sweet. Relics.
I'm sure. I always thought he had class.
Well, so did I, but, you know, time makes fools of us all, apparently.
Oh god, it's the Hunger Games.
It's Chris Chan's autobiography, followed by Trumps.
Oh no, it's a copy of The Art of the Deal.
The Bible! Oh wait, no, that's around me. Hulk Hogan's biography.
Oh no.
You know, funny thing is, even though he's been forgiven, he's apparently still a banned term for WWE's search engine. I know, Nicole, I can't blame him either.
Oh no, it's Vince McMahon's new book, How to Succeed in Business.
Isn't that just one page that says, fuck 'em all?
Yeah, but still.
Fuck 'em all! I'm gonna make my ass the world champion! But Vince, no one wants that. They want it. They know they want it. Hello, little Nicole. Why are you doing the Four Horsemen symbol? My child has been possessed by Ric Flair.
What does it hump everything?
No, she doesn't hump everything. At least I sincerely hope not. She's not that kind of nature boy.
Oh god.
Nature boy.
Charlotte. You don't think she'll turn into Charlotte, do you?
Well, her middle name is Charlotte.
Oh.
I'm just going to say, if she starts chopping my chest, then I'm going to just accept it for what it is.
No, Nicole. Don't become a Charlotte. Become a Becky.
She has got Irish in her.
This is good. Get a t-shirt that says Last Kicker.
I will.
Not a fan of Charlotte Flair, then I take it
I mean, she's alright, I guess.
She's better than David. Can we please just, you know, stop shitting on her and accept that she's better than David was?
Better than David cannot be the acceptable bar for entry.
No, but I'm saying in terms of Flair children, I think when you consider how shit David was, I think Charlotte's doing pretty okay for herself. I mean, Becky got the women's championship because she was good enough. David got the US championship because of whose balls he dropped out of.
Now Becky's going to fight. What's her name?
She just fought Nikki Cross, and that was awesome.
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross is the Scottish woman who's part of the who's part of Sanity.
I mean, she's cool.
She's fucking insane, and an Irish person and a Scottish person fighting. That's got to be worth something. Especially when you consider Nikki Cross's entire gimmick seems to be that she's completely fucking insane. My name's Nikki Cross, and I'm completely fucking insane. Ah! And there's also the fact that even after Becky beat her up on SmackDown, she was grinning.
Well, someone sounds happy.
Oh yeah, Nicole's finding a voice.
That's cool. Soon she'll be joining us.
Hey, you never know. I wouldn't say no. She's certainly a better choice than some people I can mention.
Oh, fuck you.
Not you, Ollie. You're integral. If we didn't have Ollie, who'd we make all the cripple jokes about?
Well, but... Oh. That is Alucard you're playing as, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing as Alucard.
Yeah.
Well, Dad, dude. And you just killed me from Mario.
You are?
And you just killed the eel from Mario.
Oh well. It had a good run.
Is that accented by your leather shoes?
Oh, you're fighting someone.
I need to heal, so... I'm gonna eat a pot roast.
Just be careful with Charybdis.
I love that we can carry the
Ah! I'm now behind you. Fuck you, Mother Nature. Crystal Cloak.
Isn't that dangerous?
Yeah, actually that sounds completely fucking dangerous. What the hell's wrong with me? Scimitar. Yes, Nicole. Yes. Simon Belmont. Just that name is awesome. I don't know, it doesn't have the same ring, same whole, beard as Tony Stark.
Nah.
Nothing says Tony Stark like Tony Stark.
Even the baby agrees.
The baby wants a name change to Tony Stark. Oh, see those guys with spears? Fuck them.
What is wrong with these amphibians?
I'm just gonna go on a whim and say a lot.
Welcome aboard, O Prince. Shall I guide thee across the river?
I don't trust you, old man.
Hey, it's Sharon.
Who?
Sharon.
Sharon?
Yeah, the fairy guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Caron.
Is it Caron? I thought it was Sharon.
I don't know.
No.
I've heard both.
I don't know, I'll Google it. The Merman statue, which is only useful for one part of the game anyway. Which I'll have to do later. What's the matter, girl? What are you trying to tell me? What's that, girl? Timmy's stuck down a well? Rolo
That's
yogurt.
fact.
Want a packet of crisps? You want a Rolo yogurt? What if I poke you? Away, vile corpses!
You tell them, Nicole.
God, they just come out of the ground.
It's a bloody zombie.
Yep, bloody zombies.
Bloody zombies coming over here taking our brains.
And seducing our women folk.
There goes the neighbourhood.
You know, zombies have rights too.
Oh, now you're getting the what? Now you're trying to do the plot of Dead Rising 2.
I don't like them zombies. They keep breaking stuff.
Not only that, they decompose and the smell.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Ah, that's what I used to say every time I saw my sister. She used to be a nice neighbourhood before the zombies came. Now I can't even go down to Chippy.
Bloody zombies moved into our neighbourhood, so the neighbours and I got together to drive them out.
Oh God.
Been peace and quiet ever since.
Found a shotgun blast to the head hurt, Wilkes. Whee!
Alucard, wasn't it? We meet again. Here I thought my mind was playing tricks. Well, there's nothing for it. Till we meet again.
Yeah, she's playable in this version. To heal. This turkey will do. It's like something built out of fucking Home Alone. I know, hon.
I can just imagine Dracula shouting, "I'm over here, you horse's ass!"
I'm just imagining Dracula just enjoying this way too much.
Dracula's Kevin.
Yeah, trying to keep people out of his house. They keep hitting me bloody candles.
And they have two of the Belmonts as the two crooks.
I'm gonna go with Simon and Trevor.
No, Simon's too awesome. Ricter.
Fine, I'll have Ricter since, you know, he seems to have a hate boner for him. Okay.
Well, what about that dude from the Game Boy versions?
Christopher.
Yeah.
Rest your weary soul here. May the Father
Even
and the
kill
Son and the
Dracula.
Holy Ghost be with you. Amen.
Why would this even be in Castlevania, in Dracula's castle?
Alucard, you're not qualified.
Like, lighten up, Ian.
Is a part of the castle Dracula doesn't talk about.
Fucking birds. Fucking tools.
Had to kill many of those bastards during the war.
I think you're thinking of Kraut.
No, I think I'm in Crow's.
Cole, come on. Come on. Here you go. The hippogriff. J.K. Rowling was wrong. She was completely wrong about this thing.
But that would imply that not everything in Harry Potter is 100% original, which Harry Potter fans
You look like
generally
you're
don't
doing
like
well
to
for
do.
yourself.
Oh, come on, there was a hippogriff in Final Fantasy
You
VII.
didn't come here to flatter me.
True.
Yeah.
Do you know
But
the
when was
name
this
Ricter
released
Belmont?
originally?
Belmont.
1997.
Of course. Why?
He disappeared about a year ago. I'm sure he's here now.
Same
If
year
you
as
see
Final
him,
Fantasy
please let me know.
As you wish, my lady.
Same year
A
as the
gentleman
first Harry
after
Potter,
all.
actually.
Thank you.
There's some love of hippogriffs. They were all the rage at the time.
People like hippogriffs, apparently.
Yeah. It's
Not enough
weird,
Luffy.
but it's a thing.
Not enough Luffy. Griffin.
Ah, right. Sorry, Nicole's screaming makes it very difficult to hear things.
I'm just saying there's not enough love for them.
No, there isn't. It is a shame. Nicole, come on. Enough. Oh good, I've got double jump now, which means I can get to certain areas.
bloody zombie. Oh, more bloody zombies.
Actually, while I'm here, I can cut a load of time out just by doing this.
Young Master Alucard.
How about this?
Thank you.
How about this? How about this?
Now let's go take on those bloody books again.
So what literary horrors do we have?
I don't know. None of them. All of them seem to be written in crayon.
No. It's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. By which I mean Simon Cowell's autobiography.
Don't get me started on Simon Cowell. One of my sister-in-laws, she insisted we watched X Factor.
I can't believe he called his autobiography that. Because that generation of kids don't know the actual good novel.
They also don't realise that a lot of what Simon Cowell takes credit for, he, was literally down to him stealing other people's stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of how much of a dirtbag Simon Cowell is, there was a video, I don't know if you've seen it, where someone actually has a copy of the Britain's Got Talent contract.
Oh.
And it is the most you've ever seen.
It's the most what? Sorry, you cut out.
Like, it's the most exploitative contract you've ever seen. Basically, whether you win Britain's Got Talent or not, once you've signed that contract, they own you.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like, there's a reason no one who wins it goes on to do anything else. They're not allowed to.
That just sounds horrible.
He doesn't allow them to. Basically, if you sign the Britain's Got Talent contract, everything you've ever done belongs to them now. So, like, if I were to sign one tomorrow, all of my streams and everything I've done on the internet, including anything I was part of, including our whole Years on the Bridge series, would belong to Simon Cowell.
That sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah. And not only that, but we wouldn't be able to do anything, even put a picture of ourselves up online, without first consulting the company. Even if a family member puts a picture of you up on their social media, that's not allowed.
That sounds stupid.
It is. And there's also a clause where if at any point the contract becomes illegal, you're still bound by the legal parts of it until they can amend it and make it legal.
Okay.
At least as far as that guy who apparently got his hands on a copy of the contract and wasn't bound by a non-disclosure agreement.
But even so, Ollie, Jesus.
So yeah, we do not go on anything that Simon Cowell has anything to do with.
Oh no. It makes perfect sense now that you mention it.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's why you never hear from anyone after they've been on the
Good lord, even so, dude. I mean, I know Simon Cowell was a scumbag, but Jesus.
Oh no, it's a Jackie Collins novel.
Oh, that looked like Man Bear Pig Central. Is that a pig bear man? No, stupid. It's Man Bear Pig. I need that stopwatch. Hey, remember the Star Stories thing with that had Simon Cowell in? Well, the parody of Simon Cowell. Where he's just stealing things and claiming he invented them. I got a sampling machine and invented sampling. I theoretically invented the Michael Jackson. Theoretically.
Potentially. I potentially invented Michael Jackson. It can't be a coincidence that two comedy shows have to go on Simon Cowell and take the piss for him pretending to have invented things.
Well, that's the thing. The people, they like to think that people have a short attention span or really short memory. And in a way, they're not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicole's gone to sleep. Oh, hon, don't fight it. Go to sleep. You're cranky when you try and fight it. Hermann Goering is a bit dodgy. They're our favourite hosts, if you don't count the Hitlers. Ooh, piece of armour. Ooh, gold. You're good friends with the Hitlers?
Oh, I might do like a conversational stream a bit later. I've got a topic that I would quite like to see what people say about.
You what?
I might do a conversational stream a bit later because I've got a topic I'd quite like to hear what people say about.
Oh. Interesting. Ollie has opinions.
Basically, in the film Black Panther, has everyone seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Black Panther.
Yeah. Well, you know, at the end, you know, we could save you. And he's like, no, I don't want to live in prison. And he kills himself.
Yeah.
Did he actually have legal grounds to imprison him?
I don't know, actually. I'm going to have to rewatch that movie again if I'm being brutally honest with you.
Since entering Wakanda, as far as I'm aware, Killmonger didn't break the law. It's like, he challenged, but it was his right to do that, and, well, for all intents and purposes, he won the challenge, and then he was officially coronated, which is basically diplomatic immunity for everything he did before that.
You make quite...
Charles' reappearance as the result of the challenge, that means he had help surviving. Like, you know, what does Wakandan law say about people who cheat during the challenge? So, because once he turns up again, there are two different possibilities. Either the challenge wasn't completed, or the referee's decision is fine. I mean, either way, there's a massive grey area there. As to
Yeah, there's a
whether or not
massive
anyone actually
yeah, there's a massive grey area. I agree. It was an unforeseen circumstance because I think they've spent all those generations, and it's always been, you know, either they give up or they die. It's just, there's no in between. Though it's possible they'll just forget it for, you know, narrative convenience. Thanks for the lovely money. Okay, and next boss fight.
Who are you? Servants, come forth from the gates of hell!
Your blood. The scent of your blood.
You're a Belmont! Attack! Rid my castle of this pest!
A Belmont for certain. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
Yes, he does, Alucard. So, you finished Undertale, I take it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, eventually. The stream went for 5 hours.
Yeah, I did see that the stream was on for like 4 hours.
Well, 4 hours, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you enjoyed it, and that's the important part.
Yeah. I wish I hadn't had you helping me. But I'm glad things happened as they did.
Well, yeah. But at the same time, I take it you got the true ending then.
Yeah. And I opened up the game and I thought, why does it only let you have one file?
I know. The thing is, you can talk to people afterwards, and what I usually do is the room before you leave. I talk to Alphys, and she basically accidentally shows Asgore robot hentai, pretty much.
Yeah, I did that.
Are those two robots kissing each other?
Thank you.
Also, Papyrus's reaction to Toriel is always priceless. Why is Asgore basically where? Why is Asgore suddenly hairy?
Why am I Larry?
Sans. Look at that conveniently shaped lamp. I mean, you could always. I mean, you could always do a genocide run.
Yeah, but well, this is the thing. I don't want to lose the file that I got.
There is a third.
And the flower said, "Oh, so you're back," and then he sort of basically begged me to leave things alone.
Yeah, oh, and that thing about Azrael saying, you know that bit at the end where Azrael pretty much says that he's going to disappear anyway?
Yeah.
That's a lie. If you backtrack to the beginning of the game where Toriel found you, he's literally there.
Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah, the theory is he's put himself in some kind of self-imposed exile. I came here a bit too earlier before I got the mist form. I kind of need that to get the bat form. I did, however, think you'd struggle in the Underlab.
I did a bit.
Yeah. But at least I didn't help you with that.
Honestly, that's the one time I wouldn't have minded.
Really now?
Aye, the great papyrus.
Yeah, I knew you'd like Papyrus. Because the theory is that the way the game works is that the whole you saving and deleting files and saving over it and stuff is part of the story, kind of. I mean, one thing I did was that I accidentally killed Toriel the first time. Then when I went back, because I didn't save it afterwards, I went back, and after I'd spared Toriel and come back, the flower pretty much went, "Oh, I know what you did. You think you're clever, don't you? You killed her, but you couldn't live with it, so you just restarted, didn't you?" And I was like, shit, it knows. Plus, if you do a genocide run, you have to fight Sans, and Sans is a nightmare. Though you can kill Asgore in one hit if you're on the genocide run.
Really?
Yeah, he just appears in the battle and is like, "Oh, hello there, can I help you?" And then you just stab him once. You can also do, like, kills that are... well, you know, out of the blue. Like, just you can trick enemies into a false sense of security and then kill them. You can even kill Papyrus in one hit. He offers his hands in friendship and you just stab him.
Yeah.
But of course, the more people you kill, the more likely you are to, you know, have to fight with. And Sans will fucking wreck you.
Really?
He will wreck you like you won't believe, because he's only got one hit point, but every time you try and hit him, he just moves. Because it's believed Sans can break the fourth wall as well, so, you know, he's got options.
So can you not actually beat him?
You can actually, yeah, you've just got to be able to outlast his moves, and eventually he falls asleep, and then you're like because he won't let you act. So you just keep bashing your heart against the corner until you move the thing so your heart is actually over the act button and attack him while he's asleep. But if you do the genocide run, it's believed you're being possessed by Chara, who's the child who Azrael lived, the human who fell down first. And the theory is your belief, you know, how you act through the game, affects how Chara feels. So if you do genocide, her reactions to things, like when you check things, will be a bit more, well, vicious if you're on genocide, but a bit more normal if you know you're being nice. Yeah. Aye, the great Papyrus will be your friend. Is that a human? No, that's a rock. Now the thing next to the rock, though. A human.
You're being followed by a wolf sprite.
You what?
You're being followed by a wolf sprite.
Ah, yes, the fairy.
After not pretty fast, because before you know it, she'll be shouting things like, "Hey, listen." Then you know you're finished.
Yes, hello Nicole, I see you. Oh, I picked up a Frankenfurter. Oh, Alucard! Platinum male.
Nicole's very verbal today.
She certainly is. Yeah, she likes... Now, I could theoretically just end the game right here and get the bad ending, but... Yeah, Nicole, we're not doing the bad ending, are we? What is it, girl? Here, here's your dum-dum. Come on. Come on. Take a bite. There you go. Good girl.
What was happening?
I was just giving Nicole a dummy.
Oh.
Like, you then take a bite. Like, is she on solids yet?
No, she's not old enough for solids yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
TNT.
TNT.
I'm sorry to remember that really bad song I made for Seb.
Suspicious?
Oh yeah.
As I'm BNP.
I said, what?
BMP anti-Semites. Oh, never mind. I thought I picked up a sword.
The big enemy's not the thing anymore.
Yeah, the BMP, I'm surprised they lasted as long as they did. Oh, they are. Look, the BMP were just a bit more, you know, out there. A more out there UKIP.
They're basically the Ku Klux Klan.
They weren't that far off, actually. They were just an extremely racist group, but it wasn't even like... It wasn't subtle racism, they were kind of really open about it. I think I remember they were in the papers quite a lot because their supporters were doing things like burning gollywogs and stuff. It was really fucking horrible. You're a very happy baby tonight, aren't you? Good. Garrus, shut up. I will say though, the cats are really starting to get on with her. Well, she's learning to touch them, how she can touch them properly, and they're learning where their limits are with her. Dracula's castle always has to have a fucking clock tower.
It's a thing he has.
Don't I fucking know it? Oh yeah, I've got the bat form, so I can just do... I can just wander around it while pretending to be a bat. Hey! Fire of bats!
Oh wow. Two of the characters are in Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Ricter and Simon are both in Super Smash Bros.
It's about time Simon appeared.
Although you'll love the reactions to the trailer, because Luigi actually dies in the trailer. He's killed by death. Someone called Friday Man is saying, "Am I the only one masturbating?" I'm finally a stream I can nut to.
Oh, and they're used in the proper Simon Belmont attire.
Well, I'm glad that pleases you. Honestly, I can understand Simon because, let's face it, they love to use Simon Belmont in everything. I'm babysitting my nephew. Should get a condom on. Should I get a condom on? Oh, the sword card.
Japan.
Oh, because I know there was Castlevania 1's been remade as Vampire Killer on the PS4. Well, they've re-released the arcade version.
Really is a tragedy, isn't it?
What?
I said, what happened to Konami really is a tragedy, isn't it?
It really is. It's. I can't even make a joke out of it. It's just too ridiculous at this point. Let's see, where does this lead? It's in the cathedral. Thanks, cathedral, but I don't need you right now, so you just do you. I'm off to kill a boss. Boss fight time. Fuck you. Fuck your table, and fuck you.
Harmony of Despair.
Harmony of Dissonance, I don't actually, isn't on the PS4 as far as I know.
Yeah, but have you played it?
I might have. I've definitely played, I think I've played it on the PS3.
Because I remember I breezed through it as Simon.
It's definitely a good multiplayer online game. Nicole. Here. Have your dummy. Your mum's having a nap. Echo of Bat. This is needed for if I go to the catacombs. What's that? What are you trying to tell me? What's up? Got something to tell me. What's that? Garrus fell down a well. No, he's right there. I'm gonna keep the cross. And I'm going to call it for this one. It's 2 hours, and I think that's good time, and we've got quite a bit done. Alucard's at level 20.
Yeah, it's as good a place as any.
There's save points all over the place. It's basically Metroidvania. This is the game that literally coined the thing. Killed 540 enemies, 625 rooms, and the game claims I've only been playing for 1 hour and 44 minutes. I'm sorry Ollie missed the intro, but you can always watch it back on YouTube if he so wants to see it.
I suppose.
You can pinpoint the second that Ian's heart sinks as soon as he doesn't hear "Die, monster, you don't belong in this world." You can literally just hear a "oh." Right, so Ollie, where can anyone that watches this find you?
You can find me at Ollie Johnson on YouTube. Ollie Games also on YouTube, all one word. OLY_Johnson on Twitter. OLLY_Johnson on Twitch. And Ollie Johnson, all one word, .blogspot.com for my writings. I wear a lot of hats.
And Ian, where can they find you? And your lovely buttery voice.
Well, they can find me at Within the Grey Walls. I am currently playing Spider-Man.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for joining us, including the guy who seems to need to masturbate a lot. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.